Greetings, this is Lynn Mann presenting you part 3 in our four-part series, Screencast-O-Matic the Pro version. In this video, we'll be discussing the feature of picture-in-picture. So to be able to do this, you will need to have a webcam, and for me to show you the editing area, what I'm going to be doing is capturing that recording using a webcam using a second machine. So the picture will be slightly degraded, but at least you'll be able to see the editing tools that are involved with the picture-in-picture option. So this is an example of picture-in-picture. So I have my PowerPoint in the back, and then I have my picture over on the side. And it doesn't have to be me. I could point it to anything if it's a webcam. It turns out I'm using my webcam that's built into the computer. So therefore it kind of just shows me and the surrounding room. But I'm going to be using a second webcam, this little guy, that's connected to my second machine. So I'll be recording on my machine as I'm editing, or I should say I'll be recording on my second machine as I'm editing things on my first machine so you can see what's going on. But if I had just a standalone webcam like this guy, I can point it anywhere I want it, including on a book or on the wall or on a picture, and it would capture that picture versus just staring at me. So we'll talk about positioning. Right now it's in the bottom right hand corner, but we can change the position, the location I should say, of the picture-in-picture. We're also going to talk about a little about resizing. Now I think resizing is slightly limited. I can't get the picture really large. This picture-in-picture, I can't get that very large, but I can make it slightly smaller if need be. And then if we're going to talk about hiding during the editing, and right now I don't see my picture-in-picture because I'm taking a video of the entire screen, so it actually hides it while I'm recording, as well as I can hide it during the editing phase so it's out of the way. So I'll show you a little bit of. Okay, here's the setup. I have my webcam on this computer showing my face. This guy is recording over there that you can see the backstage view, the editing view. So I'm taking a recording of a recording just so you can see the control panel and such. So right now I have the screen set to full screen, and here's my picture-in-picture, and I can just pick it up and drop it just to place it out of the way. Wherever I leave it, that's the position that it will be in the editing phase, but I don't have to hold it there indefinitely. I can change its position, so it's not the end of the world if it's actually covering up the waterfall. So I do want to move it out of the way for now. Because I am recording in full screen, my preview window of my picture-in-picture will disappear. It just gets hidden while I'm recording. So I'm going to go ahead and click on record. You will get a warning that hiding the webcam preview while it's recording, since it overlaps the capture area. We're going to say OK, and it's gone. It disappears, counts down. Now we can record our video however you want. The webcam is still recording even though we don't see it, that it's there, and it's hidden. So now that I have a little bit of video recorded, I'm going to stop and I'm going to say done. And as you see, here's my picture-in-picture. By default, it always goes down here in the right-hand corner. There's a couple of things that we can do. One, I can move it. Okay, now when I play the video, that's where it's going to be. So wherever my final position is, that's what it's going to take. Okay. Secondly, I can resize this video slightly. And how I mean slightly is at this stage, because I recorded the full screen, I can shrink down the picture, but I can't make it any larger. That's as large as it gets. And since I'm in editing phase, it looks smaller, but when we actually publish the video, you'll see that it is slightly larger on the screen. So I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit, and I'm going to put it up here in the upper right hand corner because it's kind of out of the way of things. And I'm going to go ahead and
publish the video as it is. And since it's about 12 seconds long, it should only take about 30 seconds to publish. So I'm going to go ahead and click on video, save video. I'm going to name it something. So I'll just say test 1 perhaps, and I say save. And it's going to take, again, about 20-30 seconds to finish up on publishing. Once it's done publishing, we will open it up and view it. Of course, you would want to do all your editing before you get to this point. It's done. I'm going to click on this button to go to wherever it saved it. It opens up my saved location. I'm going to double click on the video to play it. And you see, this is where my picture-in-picture landed, because that's where I put it, and I cannot move it. It is there. It is no longer in editing mode. So that is in full frame. I'm going to just close this out, go back to the recording, and I'm going to record a new recording. And this time I'm going to resize the screen. Instead of full screen, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller area, maybe even smaller than that. There we go. Just to show that I'm capturing not the whole frame, not the whole screen, but just a smaller piece of the screen. And I'm going to keep my picture-in-picture off to the side here so it's not overlapping. Now when I record, this picture-in-picture will stay in place while I'm recording, which sometimes is helpful to make sure that if you're looking at the camera or if you're showing something, perhaps I need to show another picture. I can point my webcam. If it was one of these guys that moved around, perhaps I can point it down to a book or another picture or outside scenery or whatnot. So it's nice to see that it's up there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on record. We're going to record a few seconds of just this waterfall scene, no big deal. You can see that there is a red button up here in the corner because I am recording. So it gives me a nice button or visual account that I am recording. Now that we have a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and click done. Now when we're in the editing phase, because my selected area was smaller, you can see my picture-in-picture is quite large. So this might be when you need to resize it down to something a little bit smaller. And I'll leave it a little bit large. Again, if there's one other thing I want to show you is, for example, if from second, let's say 6 to 9 perhaps, so for 3 seconds, I'm just going to highlight 3 seconds of this video from 6 seconds to 3 seconds, or 6 seconds for 9 seconds. I'm going to go ahead, back up, and go to the edit recording. And for this area, I'm going to hide the webcam. So now when I play back the video, always want to test playing back your video. I can see it's there, then it disappears, and then it comes back. So it's very, very nice to be able to hide it when you need to. If I wanted to delete that hiding webcam, I can just delete that edit. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Again, I'm going to save my video. Yeah, let's see. Let me go back because I didn't I didn't select the whole entire video. Otherwise it would have just recorded just that portion. And let's go to video file. I even make mistakes. I'm human. Let's save the video. We'll call it test 2 just for ease. And it's going to go ahead and this one was 14 seconds, so it might take a little bit longer to publish. And then we'll test it out to see if that's exactly what I want. I'm going to click on the file folder, find my test 2, open it up in my player. I'm going to expand it so you can see. You see, here's the video, the picture-in-picture, and then it disappears for 3 seconds, and it comes back. So that is picture-in-picture in a nutshell. very useful tool to be able to have two videos going on at the same time. So that's it for this segment.
If you enjoyed this video, here are a few others in the Screencast-O-Matic series. You can find these on the CA Community College's YouTube channel. Until then, this is Lynn Mann. Be seeing you.